Hey everybody, it's Aaliyah here, and I will be reading Sky, a Ben Drowned love story, and it's by Chaos on Quotive.com, or from Quotive.com, you know what I mean. Anyway, I'll be reading it in the other chapters, and I'll put the story down in the description below. Please subscribe, comment, and like. So, yeah, here we go, Chapter 1. I waited for about a minute until the computer finished processing the confusing numbers I had entered. I wasn't a huge hacker, it was just something I liked to do, for fun. I liked the puzzling codes and the hard thinking you had to do to be able to get into another computer. Of course, I had help. I couldn't do it all on my own. I rested my forehead on the cold wooden desk when the loading stopped. I sprang up immediately and watched intentionally as the pictures slowly came into view. Two girls, possibly teenage, surfing the internet side by side. Ugh! Boring, I said out loud as I closed the tab completely. What was so interesting about watching a couple of dumb girls probably looking up pictures of shirtless celebrities? There was no point. I stood up and stretched my arms, hearing a sound behind me. I turned around and picked her up, holding her in my arms. She started meowing loudly. Oh! Tuna! It's okay. I'll have your food ready right now, I said, laying Tuna down gently and sprinting down the stairs to fix her some breakfast. Some dinner, sorry. I had almost forgotten. I know I'm irresponsible, but while I'm hacking, I just really lose myself. I came back up the stairs with her bowl and placed it on the floor. She immediately ran to it and began devouring the whole thing. I smiled and placed my hands on my hips. There was something I forgot to do. Oh, yes, video games. How could I ever forget that? I was just about to switch on the system when I heard Keith fumbling the door downstairs. I growled and ran to my sister's room. My sister, Lana, was 2 years older than me and used to protect me and stand by me through anything. I rushed into her room while she was opening a book. She looked up at me curiously. I took a few steps into her room. Dad's home, I said. She sighed and headed out the door and down the stairs. I followed behind her hesitantly. My parents were never the loving type. They were always fighting, and when Lana was 10 and I was 8, our mother died. My father was always horrid, but after her death he went completely mental. He left us out on our own most of the time, leaving Lana to take care of me. He blamed it all on work, but we didn't care. It was better not having him around than him being with us and pulling our self-confidence down. Now he went to bars, nightclubs, and parties every other day. He got drunk every single time and would attempt to beat us up. But hey, we went to high school. We knew how to defend ourselves well enough, and usually we would not come out until morning, when he was sober again. Sky, Lana began, turning to look at me. Remember that. Don't let him get too close because he doesn't know what he's doing, I finished for her. I know, Lana. I'm 18. She gave me a small nod, and then proceeded down the stairs to my father, who was being carried by his friend, Chaz. He was totally drunk, the foul stench of alcohol reeking from his saddening state. I signed to put my face in my hands. Not again, I mumbled to my palms. Sorry, girls, said Chaz, starting to walk up the stairs. Don't worry, I'll take care of him. Chaz was like a second father to us, much better than our biological one. He actually cared a tad and helped us whenever we needed something. My dad had already passed out, so there were no worries. Lana placed her hands on her hips, watching my drunk father sternly. I hate what he's doing to himself, she stated. He'll kill himself. I signed an agreement. I didn't want my father to get sick from all the alcohol. He was an aggravated drunk, but I knew it was because of my mother's death, and partially from the way he'd been raised. It wasn't his fault. I frowned at the thought about how much harm he was causing himself, but the thought of him gone didn't seem to bother me.